Hello, I'm Natasha.
I'm Alan.
And we're volunteer youth leaders at St Peter's Church, and welcome to the latest edition of Youth Online. And it wouldn't be youth work if we didn't start with a goofy game. So this is why I have roped in my long-suffering, very patient husband so I'm just basically going to play it on him. Haha. And what I'd like you to do, please, Alan, is I'd like you to close your eyes.
Okay.
I've given you a pen and some paper.
Paper.
Cool. And I'd like you to draw me the picture that I'm going to describe to you, keeping your eyes shut.
Okay.
So, in the corner, please, can you draw a circle with some lines coming out of it? That's the sun, very nice. And in the middle of the page, please could you draw the outline of a house?
Middle of the page, okay.
And this house has got a door, and it's got a chimney, with some smoke coming out of it. And it's also got 4 windows. And all of those windows have curtains. And at the back of the house, there is a car parked on the driveway. Very nice. Well done. Open your eyes and see what we come up with.
Oh, I'm
not too bad.
Fairly happy with that.
Not too bad.
I'm very happy with that. I mean, okay, my windows are a bit offset.
Random curtains just floating.
Oh,
very good.
Thank you very much.
Well done. So the goofy segue now into a point is that I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I can feel like my Christian life is a bit like that. So I'm trying to follow the instructions that I've been given, and yet I come out with something that's a bit like this. It doesn't look like what I think God's best is for me. If I could see everything that was going on, that's not how I would do it. And that's what we're going to be talking a bit about this evening, is living God's best life, and what does that look like? Because Jesus says in John 10:10, which is a nice, easy passage to remember, he says that he has come that we may have life, and life to the full. So we're going to do a bit of thinking now about, well, what does living life to the full look like? And Curtis is going to do a reading for us just now.
Isaiah 57:14-19 says, God says, rebuild the road, clear away the rocks and stones, so my people can return from captivity. The high and lofty one who lives in eternity, the Holy One, says this, I live in the high place and holy place, with those whose spirits are contrite and humble. I restore the crushed spirit of the humble, and revive the courage of those with repentant hearts. For I will not fight against you forever, I will not always be angry. If I were, all people would pass away, all the souls I have made. I was angry, so I punished these greedy people. I withdrew from them, but they kept going on their own stubborn way. I have seen what they do, but I will heal them anyway. I will lead them. I will comfort those who mourn, bringing words of praise to their lips. May they have abundant peace, both near and far, says the Lord who heals them.
So in that reading, God speaks peace over us, right at the end, in verse 19 there. Peace, peace. To those far and near, says the Lord, and I will heal them. Now, the Hebrew word for peace is shalom. You might have heard this word before. It does mean peace, but it also means like wholeness and completeness and harmony in every sense. So that is in like relational wholeness and completeness and harmony, spiritual completeness, financial wholeness, community wholeness, all of these things, that is shalom. It is this whole life completeness. That is what God is speaking over us in verse 19 here. Shalom is an amazing concept, and I think we should talk about it more. It's so cool. And God blesses us with it. He prays it over us here. I wonder if that sort of shalom is what you immediately thought of when I said we're going to be talking about God's best life for us today. Because if you're anything like me, you'd have immediately gone, oh, okay, well, this is going to be about how do I do the right thing a bit more? Like, what do I need to change about myself in order to become a better person? You know, we're so used to putting ourselves first that we can immediately assume that, oh, okay, well, in order to do this, I must then do a bunch of activity. But if we think that shalom is God's best for us, is God's best life for us, then actually that's not about us at all. Shalom is a gift, a blessing from our loving Father. And if we try and kind of do all the Christian activity and all the Christian stuff without the presence of God that gives us this shalom, well, then we're going to end up a little bit like trying to do a drawing with our eyes shut. We're missing the picture there. Those good things come out of our relationship with the presence and the person of God, not as a way of achieving that or reaching God's person. Because, you know, God's really clear in this passage. He hasn't not seen all the bad things that they've done. He sees it. I've seen their ways. But he says, but I will heal them. It's not that he hasn't seen the stuff that we've done wrong, or that he hasn't seen the stuff that's been done wrong to us. He sees those things and he chooses instead to provide restoration, to provide wholeness, to provide shalom to individuals and to the community of Israel. I think that's what God's best for us looks like. And we're going to spend a little bit of time now thinking about, well, what does shalom look like? So if you're not already on the Zoom call, do come and join us. 6:30 for Pathfinders and 7:30 for Discovery on Sunday evening.